requirements, that they're providers, and the men that came into my life, they're absolutely providers and they invest in me. It's just that, I'm not in a space to give myself.
So the guys who are providing for you now that you have come across and you're saying you don't want to give yourself, you didn't give yourself when they were providing for you? That wasn't a requirement for them?
Say that again.
Hey y'all, welcome back. And I got a great show we're gonna get into. So we're gonna play the clip, and I got other clips about the single mother that she rejects the perfect man and she instantly regrets it. So she's the average. Most women are like her. So they get the same type of similar outcomes. Let's get into it.
Providers and they invest in me. It's just that, I'm not in a space to give myself.
So the guys who are providing for you now that you have come across and you're saying you don't want to give yourself, you didn't give yourself when they were providing for you? That wasn't a requirement for them?
Say that again. Hi, can you see me?
No, we can't see you, Nuru. Welcome in.
I'll save. Okay. Hi.
Hi, welcome in.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes, I do.
All right, what brings you up tonight?
Yes, so I wanted some dating advice. So I'm not looking for like a serious relationship right now. I'm 26. I was engaged before. Um, and I've been single for 2 years. And I've been dating. My last relationship, he was a provider. He was in tech, so he made off very well. He took care of me. That was like my best friend. He was very loving. We had great memories together. We accomplished a lot together. And what ended it was I needed to focus on my business. He wanted more time for him.
Hold on, y'all. It just froze for 1 second. So yeah, so once again, so she found a guy that he's doing all this stuff for her.
I didn't end it because of that, but he was requiring more time from me and it was causing a strain in our relationship. There were arguments that were caused because he wanted more time, and I love that he took care of me, he provided for me because I want that in a relationship. But at the end of the day, I got to take care of myself. I got to make sure I have money set aside and make sure I'm good and I have my own passions that I want to pursue.
So once again, everything is about her and what she wants, and it sounds like she's just looking for a financier. She's looking for a few financiers. She's looking for a sponsor. So this is a common thing that men are having to deal with. They're dealing with a woman who's selfish. She's all about her, and she can't even think about, okay, what is he getting out of this? Why should he keep investing in me and he get no type of return? But we're gonna get into it.
Was he planning to marry you? Was it leading to that?
It was, but I also realized in that I love to cook and clean and do all of that, the homemaking. I love it. It's just that running a business and being in a relationship, it takes a lot of energy out of me. And I want to be.
And one thing that before that I've been wanting to say is just cooking and cleaning, that's basic shit. Real talk though. A man could just get somebody and pay the minimum wage just to cook and clean. So that's not, and plus two, you do that stuff for yourself. Ordering to y'all, for the most part, nowadays, most women don't cook. That's the other thing that I actually have noticed, especially with me being a trainer and having my fitness out. Most women don't cook now. So she's talking like she was sitting there like making Thanksgiving dinner every night, so that's how she's talking. But her making a meal once in every blue moon or popping in a damn hungry man dinner, she's acting like she done made Thanksgiving dinner.
Able to establish myself more. And within these past 2 years, it's been great. I've gotten to learn myself, love myself 1,000 times over. The only thing is with dating, I've been attracting.
So basically 1,000 times over. So she's just getting over on the guys and using them so much, But once again, this is the other thing that before that I wanted to say that like a lot of guys don't know is okay, just if a woman is getting over on you and using you, and she look at you as a sponsor or a trick, she's not going to say, well, no, I shouldn't do that because that's not the right thing to do. No, especially nowadays, where with how this culture and this game is, this city girl lifestyle, they're going to just milk you for all they can. And then still, the same guy that she really liked, she's going to be having sex with him while you're being a financier. So that's the part about the game that like a lot of guys don't know. I'm going to give you an example. So 9 out of 10 times, whenever a woman says she's looking for a gentleman, she's looking for a guy to just buy stuff for her and do stuff for her and don't want to have sex, or he just put it, well, you're too much of a gentleman to want to hit this ass. Message.
Very affluent men. It's just that they don't mentally stimulate me, and it's either that or I'm not attracted to them physically. So it's been like a bump in the road because I do want companionship. So I'm open to dating. I'm just not looking for anything serious.
Wait, you're open to dating, but you're not looking for anything serious?
Yes. Like if it leads.
So you see that though? So she's not looking for nothing serious. So she's looking for guys just to do stuff for her. She do nothing for them, and then she just just use them. So she's looking for to have a lineup of sponsors. And once again, this is what guys are having to pick from. But then still, this is why I tell guys, okay, once you get to a certain level of the game, you start seeing, okay, how is this woman going to benefit my life? Why should I even deal with her? How is she contributing to my life? But a lot of guys don't have standards. So she's okay looking, she got the fake hair, she's overweight, so, but once again, so that's common, but once again, they go in nowadays, everything's about how much they can take, not think about the man at all or what he want because they don't even care, unfortunately. So most women nowadays in America are like that.
Leads to that, like if we build a great foundation with each other and that companionship goes on for a couple years, then I'm perfectly fine with that. But
she's saying all this bill stuff, but once again, she's not saying anything about how she's helping that man or doing anything for him. And then
right now in this space, I don't want a serious relationship, but I do want that companionship.
Okay, so it sounds like you want a guy. It low key, Nuru, I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like a sugar daddy. That's what that sounds like. A companionship.
When I say companionship, I'm not saying intimately. Because I feel like
So once again, she's looking for a 100% sucker. She's looking for like a dumb dude that got money, and then she can just lead on and dangle the carry in front of him. And then, but once again, it's just that. So what is he getting? So he's not even having sex with you. He's supposed to provide. And see, y'all, and then that's also the other thing. That's the other thing that nobody wants to talk about though. But a man is only supposed to provide for his wife, not a woman that he just met and she's looking for a sponsor. Like I said, so if y'all want to be technical, a man is only supposed to provide for his wife. Nobody talks about that. Especially, like I said, a woman is supposed to go from her home, her father's home, to her man being married. But nobody talks about that though. But it's all about the city girl life, cold words, provide while I do nothing. Hilarious.
I want to reserve that for myself, but okay. I do know that men will approach, men will come around. It's just that I have requirements, that they're providers, and the men that have came into my life, they're absolutely providers and they invest in me. It's just that, I'm not in a space to give myself.
So the guy,
he's super user. And then this is the other thing that I tell you guys too. If a woman is not trying to help you in any kind of way, that's the first thing. She don't like you. If she's not trying to help you at all, do anything, she's not trying to help you make your life easier, she's not wanting to contribute, she just looks at you as a mark and a super lame ass dude and like the biggest sucker. So, but y'all guys gotta step up y'all requirements.
Guys who are providing for you now that you have come across and you're saying you don't want to give yourself. You didn't give yourself when they were providing for you? That wasn't a requirement for them?
Say that again.
So the guys that you Yeah, the guy.
And it's something. So she's trying, she's trying to think of her lie. Yeah. So she's still out there busting it open. She sure is though. But then still, but just yeah, just super selfish. Me. Take.
Guys that you were with in the past, like just recently, right? Because you're saying you're attracting affluent men, but one, they're not mentally stimulating you, or two, they're not attractive, but they're willing to provide for you, right?
Yes.
So they're not requiring anything physical because you're saying you don't want to do that. They're not requiring those things, although they're
No.
giving things to you.
No.
That's hard to believe. They don't want any.
So one thing I gotta say is I had to give Ashley credit for her giving her some pushback and not just saying, "You go, girl, yeah, girl, yeah." So I have definitely give her credit, and also too, Ashley is fine too. You know, she is super sexy. She got that beautiful chocolate skin. Ashley, she looked like she been dipped in chocolate and glazed with elegance. So Ashley, yeah, so she is tight. So yeah, so Ashley is my kind of woman. So I like a woman that she's reserved. You know, like I said, so I mean, I prefer a dark skinned woman, but back to the show.
Anything, nothing.
I mean, like they insinuate it, but I always retract from it. Like I'm like, oh, okay.
I don't believe her. So yeah, so and then this is the part about this that most guys don't know is like how, especially nowadays women with social media, they rotate dudes. So perfect example. So let me give you an example. The average woman out there nowadays that she's not cooking, she's going out with guys, I would say between 2 to about 4 or 5 days a week, just so that she's not cooking. So that's like right now the average get down of most women, especially black women. They're just using guys for just meals because they don't want to cook and then they're just bored. And also too, like the other thing is, this is the part about the game that most guys don't know. Especially a woman that she's used to getting it, and especially the woman that's not disciplined anyways. Especially these women now, they're just, just exercising, their penis rights. So especially most women, I know that I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this though, but I'm trying to give you guys a shoot. Especially most women who used to having it on a regular basis, somebody running in there at least every 2 weeks. I had to say it. So every 2 weeks, somebody running in there. So, and then this is the thing that guys don't understand. Most women haven't never ever been turned down for sex before. So they exercise their right to be able to get sex whenever they want it. Like men can only get sex when it's available. Men have to campaign for sex and get elected. So men have to do that. But women, they could just pick and choose. Even a woman who's overweight or not attractive, she still has more sexual options than rich or very, very fine men. But that's just how it is. Because the average guy, not just most men, period, don't have standards. And women know this. So that's why a lot of women are confused because, okay, guys that have sex with them, so they'll act like, okay, this guy, I got him, but then still, any woman can get banged. So, but it comes down to what quality man can you get to commit to you and be with you.
Okay, well, I'm not ready for that. Maybe down the line, and then they go with it.
Okay. So if providing is number one for you, which it sounds like, why not date the guys who are just not that attractive? I think
Mm-hmm.
why not date that guy? I know he's not the
Because it's
super
like,
eye candy, but if he's groomed, he smells
And something, but she wanted all. She wanted all at once. You don't want to do nothing.
good.
And then this is the part that's so irritating, y'all. It's just that most people are the same, especially nowadays. Most women are the same. It's very rare. Which I got some women that we're gonna get into tonight that are exceptional, but this is the average woman. She all about her. She don't care about nobody. And they say, she been going out so much. That's why she's overweight. Yeah, so everything is about her, and she don't care about the man at all, and she don't even want to help him do nothing. So this is what men are dealing with.
He has a haircut. He has
yeah.
money. You know what I mean? Like, okay,
Yeah.
he may not be a looker. He may be a four in the face. I don't know. Why not date that guy?
Mm, I mean, it's not. I've considered it. It's just like I really want to enjoy that experience of having someone there, and I want that physical attraction there because if it leads into something, then I want to be able to look at my person and say, okay, that attraction is there.
Hmm. Okay. I always think the rule, and I think this rule is as old as time, you want to be the good looking one in the relationship,
Mm,
So I think that's to your advantage. I'm not saying guys who aren't that good looking, who have money, don't cheat, don't do this, don't do that. But I
yeah.
think you would have the advantage because you look like the trophy. You look like the pretty one on his arm
Yeah.
versus
Yeah.
being with the guy who has a six pack, who has the
I
money.
have noticed the difference in the
Mhm.
treatment between the two. Like the
Mhm.
ones that know they're attractive, they're more arrogant. They're a lot more arrogant. So I get that. I do.
Yeah, I'm assuming. And if they have money too, oh, honey. Listen, they
Yeah,
think they're
yeah,
God,
yeah.
honey. Yeah, yeah. So
So
I don't know. It sounds like you just want an attractive guy with money.
And this is the other thing that I wanted to go and speak on too. If you all want to go there, really, really, it's the woman's job. The woman is the one that should be the good looking one. But nowadays, especially when it comes down to looks, out of all the races of the women, black women care more about looks more than any other race. They'll take a guy that he's 6'5" like me and good looking, and just because he got swag or just because he's tall or look good, they would take that over the guy that he's stable, that has a good career. So I mean, they really do want a man that look really good. I mean, they kind of want it, but in some ways they actually don't want it because then even with myself, even with me being a trainer, women think that I have women lined up way around the blocks and the corners. It's just that for the most part, they like a man that's good looking, but it brings out other insecurities about them. But like I was saying, the woman is supposed to be the good looking one. That's how it's supposed to be. Or that's how it was.
You don't want a relationship, but if it potentially turns into something, we'll see. But if
yeah.
you're already attracting affluent men, what about the other guy? You're just saying he's not mentally stimulating you. So that means he is attractive, he has money, he just doesn't mentally stimulate you. What about
Yeah,
him?
like the conversations need to be there.
Hmm.
We have to be able to discuss things beyond, okay, just how was your day? I like intellectual conversations.
Okay.
So, yeah. I know this is
You see that, y'all? So that was funny how Ashley, she would have looked away like, yeah, girl, please, whatever. You full of stuff.
always either one or the other, and it's like,
Yeah, I'm like, it sounds like you really about your bag. That's what it's given. Like you
I am.
okay.
All into really, really, it sounds like she's really about just getting sponsors and just using guys, and about turning tricks.
So then if it's the money, I think those other things shouldn't matter. Because it sounds like money is a priority. That's one on the
That's
list.
true. Yeah. Okay.
So once again, during this whole interview, she haven't mentioned anything about what she's going to do or provide for the guy. Super selfish. But once again, so that's the norm. But then actually, really, I actually still put that on you guys because you guys don't require a woman to do nothing. You all just, well, I just want to have a woman around me. So you all are, for the most part, so damn thirsty, so damn desperate, just. But yeah, so and then that's the reason why, like a lot of times, women they look at all guys. Oh wow, he want me, and they all think somebody want them because that most of you guys are like that. Just you'll put any woman on a pedestal just because you want something so bad, and she look at you like a sucker in a lane, in a mark.
I don't know. I'm asking. I'm not assuming.
It is. I mean, it's not when I look at qualifications in a person, like I have a child. So,
Mm.
of
So on top of that, she has a kid, So she want everything. So she sounds like a woman who don't make good choices. And then but once again, she still has options of all these men, but then she don't know what she want, but she's all about her.
Of course, that man has to have leadership qualities about him. There's certain things that's on the checklist that have to check off besides money. So I'm looking beyond that. And I think that's why, because I want to surround myself with quality people, not just my friends, but who I decide to date. So it's like, and I get a lot that I'm too picky, my standards are too high, but I don't believe in knocking my standards down for anyone. So
Okay. That's
Yeah, so unfortunately, that's that's the norm now. I think it's just so they say all this though, and also too, y'all. One reason why it's like that now is like even to like today. So I was talking to this one prospect today, and I think I called a few weeks ago, and for the most part, the women don't want to. The main thing that I keep seeing, y'all, is like nowadays after COVID, people have become more lazier. The women don't want to do the work. They want to just take a pill to lose some weight, or they want to go on trips. Everything is fun, fun, fun. They don't want to do the work. So nowadays, the average woman that she's a 5 or 6, she thinks she's a 7 or 8 because she can get work, she can get her makeup done. And have you all noticed that? One thing I have noticed with me being a trainer and also being a certified glue specialist is nowadays, for the most part, whenever I see a woman that has a nice nice tone butt or whatever, round butt or big butt period, she has a BBL. So they'll find ways to get a BBL, but when it come down to them toning up their body and putting the work in, and being consistent and working on their character by taking care of their health and making their fitness a non-negotiable, they're not willing to go and do that though. So everything's about right now. And the average woman, the reason why she's like that is because by her putting on makeup on and having her hair, putting the dress on, she knows, okay, well, I can just go from a 5 to a 6, or they all say the same thing for the most part, just so that's what guys are dealing with.
fair. That's fair.
yeah.
I mean, I say, keep putting yourself out there. That's it. Keep putting yourself out there. That would be my advice to you. But I think someone who's really affluent or like he's wealthy, they're not going to be able to give you all their time because that's how they made it up the ladder that far,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So they're not
So
going to
it, and that's why it kind of works out sometimes, because I like to focus on myself and my business, so they're able to focus on themselves, and there's that happy medium there. So
And also too, like how if he's a real dude in the game, he'll say, okay, why should I deal with you versus all the other women? So you want a man to provide, do this, do that, and then on top of that, not be your man and not want nothing serious and don't have sex with you. So I mean, you're looking for the biggest mark, and this is hilarious. Yeah, but yeah, we're almost done because I can't say too much of her, but yeah, but this is the norm.
Okay. Fair enough.
well, thank you. I appreciate
And so I would say that, Ashley gave her a little bit of pushback, but I would have really, really, really went in on her.
requirements, that they're providers,
Hold
and
a
the
second.
men.
So speaking of that though, so this is now check out the whole difference between this lady.
They want to guide, they want to lead, they want to make sure that you are safe. And a man who is trying to teach his woman loves his woman. That's their form of love. They are natural teachers. They want to guide, they want to lead, they want to make sure that you are safe and you are mentally prepared for any enemy that is coming at you. Okay? So a lot of women are taking their criticism or taking their direction as a personal attack, when really it's their form of love. Men typically, from my experience, are analyzers. They analyze a person, especially the person they're with. They see your frame of thinking, they see where your weaknesses are, and they want to strengthen you. I'll go even further. When a man cares about a woman, he wants to protect her. And so knowing how vulnerable she is to potential dangers, to the enemy, to predators, to threats out in the world, he is going to analyze her critical thinking and her mind frame. And if he sees flaws in it, he sees that you are naive in certain areas, He's going to want to fix that. He's going to want to teach you. He's going to want to make you stronger, more mentally aware, so that you're not a target for dangerous people and entities in the world. Okay? That's a good man. And that's one of the deepest forms of love.
So you see this, y'all. So this is a chick. She's a cutie pie. She got this soft, beautiful voice. And yeah, and she understands men because she put the work in to study men. So once again, you don't see a lot of women like this. You see a lot of women like the first women just trying to get all what she can from the man and just use a man. So, but yeah, so definitely I agree with everything she said, just like I agree with everything that this one lady said next.
You ask that man for anything, you should ask yourself,
Hold on, start it over.
ladies, this is what you should ask yourself before you ask your man, that man, because he ain't yours yet. Before you ask that man for anything, you should ask yourself, what am I bringing to him to ease or make his life better?
Mm-hmm.
That's what value is. If you can't answer that question, you don't deserve anything yet. What has that man said in the way that you bring him value? If it's only, let me take you to dinner, let me take you to eat, let me do, why does he want to keep serving you if there's no service back? It is the law of reciprocity. What can you do to support that man?
Exactly what I've been said. So it's not enough women like this. So this is rare. And the other thing that I've been saying a long time ago is the women that are worth marrying and being with, they are already married. Yes, they are already married. So somebody done already snatched them up. So especially if she's just at least just okay looking and she's cooperative, just like my shirt says, it's all about cooperation. If she's giving a man cooperation, she's pleasant to be around, a man is going to snatch her up. And then one thing that I've been saying too, a woman don't even have to have a big ass. I mean, it helps or whatever, but mainly if you're pleasant to be around, you give that man peace. You're cooperative. You're at least attractive. That man will go, and just and then be with you, and marry you, and commit to you. He sure will. I mean, even if he don't marry you, that man will commit to you. If you're so right, he will commit to you.
And that is the problem with these modern day women. It is all I, me, take. You got to be careful who you give to because takers don't know when to stop. I am tired. These people they're ruining this generation. It's literally ruining the generation. Mm-hmm. And then little girls are glamorizing and fetishizing.
Exactly. I totally agree. And then this is one thing that I was thinking about a while ago because myself, I'll be 39 at the end of this month. And I can think about how I was 20 years ago, before social media, before Love and Hip Hop. I mean, the whole dating thing is different. And especially the last 10 years, those dating apps and Love and Hip Hop had just, and Instagram, all that other stuff has messed up the dating game. But I know how it was before. It's like nowadays you'll meet a woman and then and it's like the whole vibe is off because she's used to texting and all the other stuff. And then her mind says, okay, wow, I want a man to just pay me for my time. And she haven't done nothing. She haven't earned nothing. Just said, wow, you just, yeah. So y'all dudes just go and do it, I think, So, and then I can just imagine, I mean, I can't imagine how it, I mean, I can. When Facebook came out, I was in my early 20s, but being in high school or being in college with Instagram or Facebook, or I mean, I could just, I would not want to have to deal with that though. So, but yeah, but once again, it's not enough women like her. It's not. I mean, it's a little bit out there, but not really. But for the most part, the masses are the women that just, just egging them on, like this lady right here, like this Coach Stormy. She's sending women off. Hold on, I'm talking about her.
Every woman deserves a housekeeper. Today, we are interviewing a potential new housekeeper.
So you hear that though? So it's a whole bunch of, once again, selling the women a dream. Every woman deserves a housekeeper. Every woman doesn't have a business. She's not making moves like that. So every woman deserves a housekeeper. Get that out of here.
Thing that I don't have time for is domestic stuff. I am busy changing the world, changing my life, changing my mind. So I don't have time to do things like wash clothes, wash the dishes, clean up the kitchen, clean up the bathroom, clean up the living room. I don't have time for that. And so one of the things I want you ladies to think about in this new season is new rules. New rules meaning in this new season, I don't do things that is not income producing activity. Income is necessary. It is not okay to be broke. It is not okay to rob Peter to pay Paul. It's not okay to live from paycheck to paycheck. In this next season, I want you to think that you're going to focus your time on doing things that bear fruit. And as you bear fruit, you use their fruit to feed others. What does that mean? Hire people. Feed people with your fruit. And that's what I want you to think. New rules. I will feed people mentally, spiritually, financially, and emotionally with my fruit. New rules. Again, I will feed people mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and financially with my fruit. Everything that I do in this season will bear fruit. New rules.
Yes. Okay. So I get that as if the person has these skills and she has a business, she has these hustling skills. Okay, I get that to a certain degree. I do, but for you to say every woman deserves a housekeeper, that's just super cap. For her to say that though, because most women don't own businesses. They don't want to do it though. They don't want that kind of responsibility. So, but once again, this is another coach that she sell women dreams and lie to them, and she got a BBL too. You know, she has work done. So hilarious. But it's a whole bunch of women
You to dress
like this right here. You know, so and then we're gonna get into this though. So this one lady right here. So she's saying that her man is trying to control her because he don't want her going outside like this. And look at the outfit that she has on. This woman, she's dressed like a woman of the night. What do you all see? Look at
want
this.
you to dress sexy in order for you to be his wife.
What's sexy?
What I got on, like what I got on right now.
Oh, let me, I gotta get a good look at you. Let me see, where your shirt at? Kitty, what do you think?
So look at it. So this woman has no bra on. She just, once again, attention. Attention is a new currency to most women now. So everything's about the attention. Attention. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all some game. So this is, remember this. Attention for a woman nowadays is equal to an orgasm for a man. Let me say it again. Attention for a woman is equal to an orgasm for a man. Because women like attention from men that they don't even like. Yes. Men, we ain't like that. Men are about them busting that nut. But yeah, so she dressed like this though, and then it's just that wow. You just said, what self-respecting man would want his woman to, but it's still, that's his fault because a woman who's dressed like that, that's not the kind of woman you should want to make your wife or just make your woman, period. That's the kind of woman that you just, she's a fun girl. You're supposed to just hit it and keep it moving. I mean, if you choose to hit it, but then once it gets to a certain level, you shouldn't even want to even deal with women like that and take chances with them. But still, she just, I mean, her. That's terrible.
I think that sometimes some of y'all women really don't understand how territorial men are. It's different if you were covered up, but baby, you got tape on. So yes, of course, a man who knows how men are going to look at you, knowing that there's going to be men who are going to be predators or going to pursue you, he's right for saying that. That's not meaning that he's insecure.
And often too, I don't know, but still, he's still a dumb dude. So that's not the kind of woman you should want to be with in a relationship. She want to show her body, do this though. She doing all this for attention. So it is by her going outside like that, she want attention from other men. It ain't just you. She's not just only worrying that when she's in the house with you. She want other men to be, drilling after her. She want, she want to just make other men, say or look weird or do things in front of their woman for attention. So yeah, so she looking for something. She's just not looking for your attention. She wants something for somebody else.
Territorial. That's a man's nature, and that's absolutely okay. It's your responsibility as his woman to understand his nature and to also have boundaries with yourself, knowing what you are exposing yourself to.
Look, she was looking like, oh my God, really? So yeah, I guess she looked nice, but then still she's a Jezebel. And then this is what it is now. Because what it is now is the women nowadays, for the most part, like women like herself, so everything's about show skin, show your body, sexualize yourself. Everything is about that. And then and then it's just that it's like, wow. So she actually went there having a tape on her breast like that. And then just that, it's just like, wow. It's just that yeah, like I said, so she's attractive, but it's still she's not worth nothing. So that's not the kind of woman that I want to be with, long term or make my girlfriend or wife. No, 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 no.
So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be quick. I'm so glad I can have conversations with my husband because I asked him. We had a deep conversation. I said, "What is it about women that will make you not wife her?" And the first thing he said, the way she presents herself. That's coming from a man. Men will tell you that if you dress provocative, they're going to see you as an object. Stop calling men insecure. That is their God-given right to say, I don't want my woman to present herself out here because not only is she a representation of me, she's a representation of herself.
I agree. That is so true. And I think, and also too, like how the other thing is like how one of the worst, I hate to say this though, but we're getting into real talk though. So think of it like this though. One of the most embarrassing things that a man, can just have to deal with though is okay, he's with his woman and then other men had her, so I mean, so that's so embarrassing, just that it's like, wow, but you're not supposed to marry hoes and whores. No, you're not, so unless you have some type of porn business, but that's not the kind of woman that you're supposed to go and be with. I know that I'm gonna get some trouble for saying that though, but yeah, just that. So it's a difference between, okay, so what happens is for the most part, when a man has a certain amount of sense, when a woman dresses and acts like that, he's gonna only just look at her as a fun time and not nothing serious. So every now and then she'll get lucky that she'll get a guy that he just so he just want to have a fine woman on his arm or having sex with that he just deal with her, and then he knows that she's a slut, but then just he deal with it because he want to just look good to his friends. But
men to change. Women don't want to change. Women just want men to change. Women just want to control men, and they don't want to do anything. And so, and since the women are narcissistic and don't know anything about males, the woman is only caring.
Hold a second. Speaking of that though, y'all, so that's the other thing that I want to find out, which I mean, I knew it though, but I didn't know how bad it was. Like for the most part, I realized that for the most part, most women, they don't know what men want, or especially the kind of man that they want. They haven't seriously thought about it. They can write down a laundry list of everything that they want in a man, all this stuff like this, though, but they can't put down on a mail stamp what they can do for the man. Yeah, because like she just said, they're selfish. Everything's about them and they don't care. They just want a man that just has this and has that, but they don't care what he wants. But if since men are the buyers, you can't get the man, you can't get what you want unless the buyer get what they want. But unfortunately, they don't think about it and they don't care
about what's good for her, what she want. He's not doing what she want him to do, so he's failing. Right. So this is where all the conflict comes in. And the men are not going to be the ones to change this. It's going to be the women to change it, because the male can only do so much. So this is why men ultimately don't respect women, because they know that women don't know anything about them. And then on top of that, because women make
exactly. So man, so usually this lady, she be talking bullshit, but today she on point and thing. And that's the other thing that I noticed too. I noticed that the women coaches, they be knowing exactly the things that I be talking about though, and what other guys we talking about though, because since they talk to the women and the masses, they know exactly what we're talking about and what we're dealing with.
Terrible decisions when it comes to sex and things like that. The men can't trust them there. Women don't want.
That's a great point, so especially for the most part, just most of the time, these women, they don't make good decisions when it comes down to the men that they choose to go and deal with. So they don't pick, they like a certain kind of guy. They like a good trick. They like a dude, that's fresh out of jail. But for the most part, yeah, they don't make good quality decisions.
Husband to just work.
Once again, so hold a second.
To just work and pay bills.
So it's rare to find a woman that she actually cares about her man, that she actually wants to contribute and help him. So, but once again, she's exception to the rule. So most women nowadays aren't like this though. They're all about seeing, just like the first lady. The first lady was all about trying to see how much she can get from the guy, and not even make him her man, and don't even have sex with him. It's about just just all that's use. Let me start this over.
Women don't.
But I don't want my husband to just work and pay bills. I don't want him to not have a hobby. I don't want him to not have healthy mental health. I don't want him to not have savings. I don't want him to work and slave all day, every day to take care of my bills, our bills, and me just sit there and not contribute anything. This is coming from a young lady who has never been married. I don't have any kids. I have a dog. I'm fully educated, pay my own bills right now, and it is difficult. I have a great career, and it is difficult. So when I think of getting married and building with someone, or coming together and bringing our assets together, I could never lay in my bed knowing that my husband has no life and no freedom and maybe no peace because all he does is work and pay bills.
So you see that, y'all. So this is real. This is a woman who loves her man. She loves her husband. And then yes, but once again, this is rare. Most women nowadays are not moving like this. They don't have this type of mindset about how, man, I don't want my man to be overworking so hard while I'm at home doing nothing, because she actually loves this man and she cares and she wants to contribute. Because if a woman don't like you, she ain't gonna want to help you or do nothing. She gonna just want to see you and just use you as a sucker
that I can enjoy, as if he doesn't deserve to enjoy. I truly want a partnership, but I don't.
All right, y'all. So real talk. So yeah. So this is what men have to deal with. So ladies, I want you to ask yourself, okay, I want this type of man. So this is you all homework assignment. I want you to go and write out a list. Write out a list of, okay, the list is what you want in a man. And then on the right side, I want you to write down a list of what does this kind of man want or require in a woman. Okay, so since you ladies know that men are visual, okay, men like women who are fit. So the more fitter you are, the better kind of man that you get. And the first thing that he says, he thinks, okay, this woman, she's disciplined. She has a certain amount of self-control. She can stop eating in her feelings. She can stick to a program, so she's consistent. So she has a healthy lifestyle. Because then the other thing that people don't realize is, okay, if the man gets with you and you're already 180, 200 pounds, and then you don't have any kids, once you get pregnant, I think the average woman that get pregnant, she gains 70 pounds. So you're gonna be super, super duper big. So you're already starting off being too big, and then y'all have a kid, and then later on, once you get comfortable and all the other hanging out, you finna get, super humongous. So and then that's what a lot of guys will think, okay, wow, if she's this big now, does she finna get more bigger, and then especially once when a woman, she get about 30 something, her body is going to spread even more, so yeah, so she has to be on it, thinking, but there's still just, yeah, you have to care about your image enough to want to go and make your health and fitness a non-negotiable and push away from the plate and look as beautiful as possible. So that's going to help out your dating options. And one thing that I said this a long time ago is if a woman doesn't have a good attitude, she better be super duper fine. I mean, and then for the most part, most guys will tolerate a woman that, okay, if she's real hot and then her attitude ain't the best, at least that she's super hot and she make me look good and she look good. So that's just how most guys are. But then, it'll every now and then she'll run into a guy that, okay, he don't care how hot she is, he would still dump her and leave her. But once again, those are the kind of guys that they like, so they just won't admit it. The guys that say, okay, you're just another hot, fine woman, but whatever. But I can find a whole bunch of you. Bye, y'all. I hope you all enjoy the show. And ladies, if you would like to finally be able to get your look in order, to be able to tone your body and show everybody how disciplined you are and be able to be the best version of yourself, you can go fill out my application. You can go to Solomon's Fitness World .typeform.com, Solomon's with an S. You can fill out my application and we'll see if my program is a good fit for you. If you want to go and get my bands will help you tone your whole body. So help you tone the body, lift the glutes, make the glutes more fuller, tone the stomach, tone the back. I got the power bands too. So share this video with a friend. And remember, God wants you healthy and fit. And the devil wants you to procrastinate and put it off and make excuses. Don't let the devil win. Solomon Fitness World is where strength meets elegance. And I see you all next time. I love you all. And we the best.